I stopped drinking alcohol 6 years ago, and here's how I did it. But before we start, we have to set the expectation. I did not suffer from addiction. I wasn't a particularly heavy drinker. I was just someone that sort of did what normal Americans did. But knowing all the negative research on alcohol, I started to wonder if I should really continue. So just keep that in mind. This worked for me, and it might work for some other moderate drinkers, but this is not something that's going to cure an addiction. So step one here is curiosity. Anytime I was about to have a drink, I would say to myself, why do I want this drink? And almost immediately I realized that the answers that I gave were not satisfying. It was like, well, everyone's drinking. Or I had a really stressful day, so I want a drink to unwind. Or sometimes it was, well, because someone asked me if I wanted a drink. And after some time of that, almost every time I would have a drink, I started not having the drink. If I wanted it because I had a stressful day, well, I know that there are about 10 million better ways to deal with a stressful day than to have a drink. So I started doing those other things. And I guess this is step two of me not drinking anymore. I put no pressure on it whatsoever. The goal was not to never drink alcohol again. And in fact, I said I stopped drinking 6 years ago. I've had alcohol since then. And at no point was that a big deal or a huge decision. Because the same process is still happening. If I'm thinking about having a drink, I ask myself why. And if the answer isn't satisfying, I don't have the drink. If I gave myself a satisfying answer, I would have the drink. And that happened about 4 times in the last 6 years. And step three, actually I'm realizing should be step one. But it is knowing that alcohol is not good for you. You might try to cite some research that says drinking red wine can help your heart because it has resveratrol in there and some other good stuff. And yes, red wine has some good stuff in it. But there is also alcohol. And no amount of alcohol is helpful for your body in any context. It increases your risk of cancer, your risk of dementia. It's just bad. And there you have it. Those are my 3 steps. Start getting curious about your intentions. Don't put any pressure on yourself. And learn about all the negative consequences of alcohol. And stop drinking. You'll feel better.